Hi, I am Kristen Recupero, the financial coach and founder behind Financial Fitness Coaching. And I am so excited to help you be bringing profit first into your business. It is going to be life changing. And I don't mean business changing, I do mean life changing for you. So you may have read some success stories. You may have had friends that said you have to do this. And you may have already started it yourself, but kind of gotten caught up and maybe you're not seeing the results that you wanted to see. So by going through this system, I'm going to help you walk through all the things that you need, the things that places where people get caught up. Make sure you have all of the tools you need, some examples, and really get it fully implemented into your system so that you can see the power of taking your profit first. So what I want to do is I want to give you just a little bit of more background, though, in case you don't know much about the Profit First system and you never read Mike's book. And I just want to give you a little bit more background about what we're going to be doing, how this is going to work in your business, and why it works. Okay. So the power of Profit First is a system that Mike Michalowicz developed, and it wasn't reinventing the wheel. What he did was he took simple systems that worked for years and years. Your grandparents probably used it, the old envelope system, cash envelope system, and he made it into basically a way that businesses can use it and help your business be more profitable and financially secure. So what we're doing is we are going to bring a visual system to your money, and we are going to open up a minimum of 5 bank accounts. And I know that's going to sound hairy and scary, but I promise you that it is worth it and that it will bring a different sense of peace, of calmness, of clarity to your finances, and knowing what to do with every sale and dollar that comes in, instead of wondering, how much should I be taking home? How much should be going for taxes? What should I be spending on marketing? What should I be spending on my expenses? Am I spending too much on my operating expenses? Can I afford this? Can I pay my bills? All of these things. This whole system and everything we're going to talk about in these 6 weeks is going to help you solve all of that. And it's going to start with the separate bank accounts that we are going to see where our money's going. So Profit First uses grandma's old cash envelope system and a little bit of what we call the smaller plate system and Parkinson's law to really drive your financial decisions. So Parkinson's law is the idea that time and work expand to the amount of time that it's given. So my best example, because I'm not great at rephrasing exactly, but my example is, if you give someone 4 hours to complete a job and it's attainable, they'll complete it in 4 hours. Human nature says that if you give me 6 hours or 7 hours to complete that job, it's going to take me probably approximately 6 or 7 hours. In the same regards, let's just talk about it in weeks term. So let's say that you are given 2 weeks to do a project for a client. And so you might put it off, put other things that are more important in front of it, and you'll take those 2 weeks, no big deal. That's what you promised. However, if you promise to have it out within a week, Parkinson's law says that you'll make it happen within that week and the time allotted, because that's what you set. So let's take that to money. If you have $100 available in your budget to buy shoes, you'll spend $100 or up to $100 on shoes, right? If you budget $60 for shoes, you'll budget $60 and you're given $60. Let's even use a cash sample again. If I hand you $60 and say, here, go buy yourself shoes, you're going to find a way to get that. You're going to either ask for a discount, you're going to go to the discount store, you're going to shop around, you'll shop online, you'll look for a better deal. There's so many different things. You might shop clearance, but if I give you that $100, you're going to go and you might just go to the first pair that you found. You're going to just maybe go to the first store, the closest store. That you're not going to be as innovative, as creative, and moving forward. So same thing's going to happen with our business. If I'm going to give you, and we're going to separate this out and say you're taking home this percentage of money, there's only this left to pay your rent, your bills, your subscriptions, your going out for coffee, your coffee meetings, networking, whatever. You're going to have to be careful about what you actually are spending on those, because that money's not there. So we play a game of hide and seek, of pushing it out of sight and out of mind, and pushing it out into places where it actually needs to go to make your business a strategically profitable, self-sustaining, financially self-sustaining business. So that's Parkinson's law and how it comes into play. Excuse me. And the other thing is that you'll find out throughout this probably that I love to relate money to food. And it turns out so does Mike. So in the world of food, if you have a big plate and you get your dinner plate, and let's even say you're at a party, okay, and you got barbecue, you're going to go and you might fill that whole plate with a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'll try this, no big deal. And you're going to fill it up with all this stuff, and you'll come back and you might eat it all. Good chance of that. Or you're going to come back and you're going to waste some of it. But let's say that you have the hostess puts out a smaller plate, and it's a little bit more of like, instead of an 11-inch, it's more of a 9-inch or an 8-inch plate. You're going to be a little more careful about selecting things that you really want on that plate. You're going to be more careful about selecting things that you'll actually eat, and you probably aren't going to waste as much because you'll eat the whole thing. Maybe you took the rest of it because you're like, oh, the plate's big, I may as well fill it and take it, right? It's the same thing with your money. If we cut down the size of your plate, or rather your account, and so you're seeing less money in that account, let's say you have a specific marketing account, once we get into your advanced strategies, you're going to look at it on a different level and be like, well, this is where I max out. So this is all I can fill up in that marketing right now. I can either A, afford it, or I can B, not afford it. But it's going to start out, we are opening bank accounts, and it is important. I'll get more into that throughout the course. But I wanted to give you a little bit more background about why it works, what we're going to do, and how the system is going to work before you get totally started in here and think I'm crazy for asking you to open up 5 to 11 or 12 new bank accounts. So again, stick with me. I'm super excited about this. I love to talk about this. I love to help you. I love to see your progress with it and how it changes your life. So I'll see you in the first week videos when we start to talk about the foundations that you need before we get to all the tactical and practical stuff. See you soon.